Good morning and welcome to the New York City vote on the Committee on Consumers and Workers Protection. Please silence all electronic devices at this time. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good morning and welcome to today's Consumer and Worker Protection Committee vote on proposed intro number 88A and proposed intro number 901A. I first want to recognize my fellow colleagues who are here today: Councilmember Osei, Councilmember Wan, Councilmember Brewer, Councilmember Krishnan, Councilmember Hudson, Majority Leader Farias, and I'll acknowledge, and Councilmember Abreu is on Zoom. Thank you. For many New Yorkers, their home is their greatest financial asset. Unfortunately, scammers seek out financially vulnerable homeowners to fraudulently take ownership of their property. According to the New York Attorney General's office, deed theft occurs when someone takes a title to someone's home without the homeowner's knowledge or approval. Two of the most common ways scammers steal deeds are forgery, where the scammers fake the homeowner's signature on a deed and files it with the county clerk, and fraud, where the homeowner signs the deed over to the scammer without realizing what they are really signing. In the past 5 years, the city has received almost 3,000 deed theft complaints, 45% of which occurred in Brooklyn, and primarily in communities of color and among older adults. Deed theft can be particularly catastrophic for retirees or those who are on fixed incomes, often leaving them without the resources to secure alternate housing and increasing their risks of homelessness in New York City's high-priced housing market. Deed theft also disrupts generational wealth transfer, which is particularly impactful in communities of color where families may rely on passing down property to achieve economic mobility. Stripping families of these assets perpetrates economic disparities. Today, we're voting on two bills that seek to ensure homeowners know how to protect their assets and are better able to identify deed theft scams. Proposed intro 88A, sponsored by Councilmember Hudson, would require that when a purchaser submits an offer to buy certain residential property that the owner is not listed for sale, is not actively selling, or did not intend to sell, the purchaser must disclose in writing in a clear and conspicuous manner the estimated market value of such property. Proposed intro 90AA, sponsored by Councilmember Riley, would require the Office of the Homeowner Advocate to consult with the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection to provide support and counseling to homeowners and their heirs to protect their assets, which could include financial planning, mortgage counseling, and scam prevention. Councilmember Hudson will now make a statement about her bill.
Thank you so much, Chair Menon, for giving me the opportunity to discuss my bill, Intro 888. As our city's housing crisis deepens, longtime homeowners, particularly in rapidly gentrifying neighborhoods, are being targeted by predatory real estate practices. These schemes disproportionately impact Black and brown communities and older adults. Unsolicited housing offers, often dangling quick cash, exploit asset-rich and cash-poor people, especially older adults on fixed incomes. These homeowners are pressured into selling far below market value, ultimately losing their most valuable asset, their home. Intro 888 takes a critical step to protect homeowners from these bad actors. The bill would require purchasers making unsolicited offers on certain residential properties to disclose in writing the estimated market value of the home. This ensures homeowners have the necessary information to make informed decisions. Violators of this law would face civil penalties, and property owners would have the right to take legal action. This is a simple, common-sense measure to safeguard longtime homeowners from exploitation. I urge my colleagues to take this meaningful action to protect New Yorkers from fraudulent real estate schemes and help ensure they can remain in their homes and communities by voting yes on Intro 888. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'm now going to turn it over to the clerk to do the roll call.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Consumer Affairs and Worker Protection. Both items are coupled. Chair Menon.
Aye.
Abreu.
Aye.
Thank you. Brewer.
Aye, thank you.
Farias.
I vote aye. Congratulations to my colleague.
Krishnan.
Aye.
Osei.
Aye.
One.
Aye.
By a vote of 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee. Madam Chair, that is a full committee.
Great, thank you. We will now close the vote.